A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of King Herod, behold, Magi from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star at its rising and have come to do him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was greatly troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Assembling all the chief priests and the scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They said to him, "In Bethlehem of Judea. For thus it has been written through the prophet, 'And you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, since from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel.'" Then Herod called the Magi secretly and ascertained from them the time of the star's appearance. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search diligently for the child. When you have found him, bring me word, that I too may go and pay him homage." After their audience with the king, they set out. And behold, the star that they had seen at its rising preceded them, until it came and stopped over the place where the child was. They were overjoyed at seeing the star, and on entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother. They prostrated themselves and did him homage. Then they opened their treasures and offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed for their country by another way. The Gospel of the Lord. Two millennia ago, a group of people set out on a journey, a long and dangerous journey that would change their entire lives. They had seen signs in the sky that made them wonder, and they sought the truth. They used many means to guide themselves on this journey to the truth. They used the signs in the heavens. They used their own intelligence, their learning, their knowledge that helped them to interpret those signs. And when they got stuck, they used the wisdom and the learning of others to help them on their journey. Now, we only hear about one of those stops in the Gospel, when the Magi stopped and talked to Herod. But there probably were other times along the route, several months long, when they would have stopped to seek direction and help in their journey. Then they came to Herod. "Where is the newborn King of the Jews?" Herod too wanted to know the truth, and he sought those who could help him. "In Bethlehem of Judea," they said. And Herod sent them off. And the Magi found what they were looking for, but yet they did not find what they were looking for. They were seeking the truth of what the skies had told them, and they were looking for a king. And I'm sure they were very surprised when they came to Herod's palace and did not find the truth they were searching for in Herod's palace. Instead, they entered a humble home and found an infant. Not a princely infant in some beautiful, bejeweled carriage. No, they found the child of a humble carpenter and a young woman in a simple and humble house. Not surrounded by riches, not surrounded by courtiers, but a simple child. And yet they knew from their journey that this was the one that they had sought. This was the truth of what the skies were telling them. This was the truth that Herod sent them to. However, they also knew that Herod's search for the truth was not the same as their search for the truth. Yes, Herod too was searching for the truth, who this new king was, but Herod was searching for him because of paranoia. Herod was a very evil man. Herod was distrustful of anyone who might take over his kingdom, who might endanger his kingdom. He wanted to know who this king was, what the truth of these signs were, so that he could remove the threat to his kingdom, not so he could go and worship him. And so the Magi took their truth and went a different way. What they did with that truth, we don't know. Nothing ever tells us what happened to them. Oh yes, there are a gazillion legends about all of the wise men, what happened to them, where they went. But we don't know the truth of what happened to them. We too, like the Magi, journeying through our lives, searching for the truth.